Anything that has to do with women, anything that has to do with development, anything that has to do with children, they are things that I don't joke with. Let's talk a little bit about dominance. Dominance, by its very definition, obviously, talks about a group holding sway over another group, or a person holding sway over another person. And over the years, you will find that we have had developed nations dominating the underdeveloped, the rich dominating the poor, the white race dominating the blacks, colored, so-called colored, and brown. And of course, men dominating women and children. So what does dominance mean? Is it having greater market share? Having a louder voice? Making more sales? Making more money than everybody else? Being treated as more important? I think it means all these and more. Still on dominance. I'm going to ask all of you to please join me in this very little exercise. You're going to close your eyes for a minute, and you're going to think of the first name or first image that comes to your mind of a dominant person in each of these fields that I'm going to mention, and make note of what you think about. So let's start with academics, politics and governance, science, information communication technology, banking and finance, corporate leadership, academia, entertainment, and finally sports. You may open your eyes now. In each of these fields, how many pictures that came to your mind was that of a woman? Please, if you had two or more, may I see your hand up? Look around the room. No, please keep your hands up for a minute. Look around the room. And for those of you who got two or more, I salute your vision. If it was 1 or 0, let me see your hand up. As you can see. And let me be frank, you're not wrong. Statistics actually confirm your position. So let's look at the statistics. So I just asked you this question. So if you had 2 or more, that's 25%, you are really visionary. And we need to celebrate you. We need more people to think like you. And if you had less than 2, you're a realist like me. When I did the exercise, only one failed. Was it a woman that came as the most prominent person that I knew? Let's go on. So, what do the statistics say? Only 4.6%, 23 of the global Fortune 500 companies have female CEOs, 4.6%. Only 31% of senior management positions are held by women globally, less than a third. Only 12% of the world's 2,668 billionaires are women. 0% of Africa's top 18 billionaires, not in Naira, of course, are women. 61% of countries in the world have never had a woman as their leader in their entire history. 21% of government ministers are women, 1 in 5, with only 14 countries having achieved 50% or more women in their cabinets. Countries that have 50% or more women in parliament, in single or lower houses, only 4. 4 out of 195. There's good news. So if you look at these women here, Oprah Winfrey, Onikepo Akonde, Ketanji Brown Jackson, Serena Williams, Kamala Harris, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Tsai Ing-wen, Folorunshola Kija, Venus Williams, Christine Lagarde. I think all of us will agree that these women have achieved dominance in their fields. So it can be done. There is more good news. Okay, so the first question you will ask is, how did these women achieve this? Some will say talents and gifts, birth circumstances, education, training, preparation, diligence and hard work, grit, ambition, determination and focus, relationships and networks, intentionality and pursuit, luck or providence. I think all of these and more. So how can any woman set herself on a similar path or trajectory today as those 10 women that I just showed you? There's more good news. According to the World Bank, as of 2021, women made up 49.6% of the world's population. So we're there. We just need to create impact. Companies in the top quartile for gender diversity on executive teams are 25% more likely to have above average profitability than companies who are not that diverse. Enlightened self-interest for all of us to involve more women in decision making. Venture capital firms make more money from female-led businesses than from other businesses. Gender-lens investment portfolios have higher average returns than others. We have found that at Emerging Africa, that our gender fund, our balanced diversity fund, outperforms all other funds on a consistent basis. Countries led by women had systematically and significantly better management of COVID-19, and this is a public fact. So I'm closing with a case study of Emerging Africa Group. We started in 2018 with a female group chair, female group CEO, predominantly female CEOs, significant female leadership. And on a consistent basis, these have been our results. On the average, year on year, total assets grow by 128%, revenue by 112%, profit or earnings by 367%. How did we achieve this? Thank you, thank you. How did we achieve this? I'm running against time now. And this is what I encourage every woman who wants to dominate. Have a burning desire to make a difference by achieving measurable impact, a strong sense of purpose or responsibility, the courage to use your voice even when others would rather be silent, the ability and audacity to take risks where others would rather play safe, the ability to build and maintain mutually beneficial relationships, and call in favors when you must. Financial and moral discipline and the courage to stand for what is right, a willingness to keep learning, to master your craft, and to use the knowledge gained, a commitment to constant growth, improvement, and dissatisfaction with the status quo. I dare every woman hearing me to do the following things. Be bold and audacious. Believe in yourself. Be willing to dream big even when you must start small. Tell your own story. And be willing to pivot and switch things around as we all learned to do during the pandemic. Love what you do and do what you love. Play to your strength. Find your own particular spot and own it. Know what you want and go for it. And finally, this is for everybody. Help a woman up today. Just as a bird cannot fly properly with one wing or two left wings, for that matter, we cannot attain our full potential with half of our population disempowered. Thank you very much and God bless you.